In life, the thing that separates the men from the boys, the adults from the children, is how do we deal with the tests in life? Everyone has challenges. Everyone has tests. And in Judaism, we say the purpose of a test is to bring out the latent potential into the actual. Truth is, we never really know how much we can accomplish until the Almighty forces us into a position where we have to stretch ourselves. We know our founding father, Abraham, he had 10 tests. Now the 9th of those tests was the most famous of all. That's when God commanded him to take his son, his only son, the son he loved, Isaac, and put him on top of a mountain and to sacrifice him. And just as Abraham was about to slaughter him, the Almighty said, "Hold the phone. Abraham, I know that you will not withhold anything from me. You won't even withhold your son, the one who would be the progenitor of the Jewish people, and therefore I love you, and you will be part of a great nation." However, Abraham's tests were not finished at that point. Then he had a 10th test. That was, as soon as he came home from the mountain, after almost sacrificing his son, he finds out that his wife had died. And now he has to go into a very simple real estate transaction to acquire a burial place in the town of Hebron for his wife Sarah. How interesting is that? The dealing of a real estate transaction, the fact that the person he had to buy the property from was a dishonest crook, someone who consistently overpromised and underdelivered, how Abraham would deal with that situation, that was considered his 10th and final test. Normally we wouldn't expect such a thing. However, many times in life, it's how we deal with the small things that really determines how great we are. My friend Rabbi Nachum Braverman, in his fabulous book, The Bible for the Curious but Clueless, tells a great story about himself. He says one day it was Yom Kippur, in the break in the middle of the day, and we had to go home. He was putting his young child to bed. His child was in a crummy mood, he was screaming, and he hears from next door someone yelling at him, "Hey, can you shut that kid up?" Whereupon Rabbi Braverman turned and said, "If you don't like it, close your window." And then he stopped for a minute. He said, "It's Yom Kippur. I'm fasting, dressed in white. I'm a rabbi, and I'm sitting here yelling at my neighbor over a fence?" He started laughing. See, mountaintop, big events, no, those aren't the big tests in life. A screaming child, an angry neighbor, how we deal with those really tells us who we are. So the Almighty should bless all of us, that we should be able to accept our tests in life with joy and realize that how we deal with these small things in life oftentimes determine how great we really are.